reported,
Correct.
and the heroin epidemic, and for you to spill out the numbers of interdictions, heroin interdictions that are indeed immigrants or illegal aliens.
The numbers of arrests?
Yes.
I don't have those numbers in front of me.
Can
By
you-
and large, they're not large in numbers because the population of illegals in Frederick County is not comparatively.
I know my question is really getting at the issue of prioritizing immigration
Okay, we
over against the heroin epidemic, and so why not focus on that?
We are not, sir, we're not prioritizing.
Okay.
The 287 program is such a very small piece of what we do in our detention center. It's absolutely a very, very small percentage of what we do. It's become a daily part of our operation. Listen, anybody in this room, if you were arrested tonight, we ask two very basic questions, and this is what we ask everybody. I don't care what race, what
Everybody
ethnicity,
here,
what
Pam.
gender.
Get on the microphone.
I want to know what he's going to ask.
Again, we ask you two questions. Where were you born, and what country are you a citizen of? And any answer other than the United States of America, we go down through a questioning process, through an interview process, and determine where you're from. It's that simple. It's not evasive. It's not. It's nothing that discriminates. It's not. It doesn't violate your rights. Very basic question. And again, this program is such a very small part of what we do. I don't listen. The media prioritizes this. The media hypes this up. I don't. It's a very small part of our daily operations at the jail, but it's a very effective part of our operations.
It's a simple question. How many people believe that if illegal assaults or rapes your neighbor, they should be deported? I do.
Well, I believe anybody who does that they should be interdicted. I mean, that's the
Let me ask you
Well,
this.
you
Let me
can't
throw
deport
this
somebody
out.
that's legal.
Let me throw
Okay,
this out.
breakfast will be at 8
I
a.m.
want them out of the country.
Our first arrest and removal under 287G, okay?
That's true.
An individual in this country illegally, okay, driving 30 miles over the speed limit, intoxicated, twice the legal limit of alcohol in his blood during school hours through Hillcrest. Now, is that no less a public safety threat than a guy dealing drugs around the corner? It damn sure is if it's my kid on the playground.
Deport.
Right? Right? Okay, folks, listen, again, a very small piece of our operation. We do not prioritize it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. They do. Violent criminals serve their sentences locally and across the state of Maryland before they're eventually turned over to authorities. After they serve their sentence, their cases are adjudicated. Sometimes they don't serve their sentence. It's a case-by-case situation. Those people are turned over to ICE and they're deported, rightfully so. And I'll tell you something else you don't realize. We've had several people who thought they were in the country illegally, and through the interview process and the identification process, we've said, you know what? You are in this country legally. So it cuts both ways.
Okay, so just to be clear, the questions have been directed to Sheriff Jenkins specifically. So you've asked that I give Mr. Bickle equal time.
I think it's only fair that he.
I'm delighted to do that, and the questions were directed to Sheriff Jenkins, okay? All right, and we're going to keep it respectful.
I have kept it respectful. I don't know any more liar. That at any rate, when it comes to the issue of the deportation of someone for a serious crime, it's a bigger picture than what we're seeing here. That recently there was an incident where there was a very serious crime. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but at any rate, they suspended a sentence. They suspended a sentence for a very serious crime to send somebody back, to deport them. Then what happens, though, is they come right back to this country. We had a homicide last year, year before, in Frederick City, where a woman was killed by someone who was an illegal immigrant who had been deported and came back. That it's a revolving door. If somebody commits a serious crime in this country, we want them to do prison time here and then deport them. We don't want to simply deport them.
Okay, thank you. And then I've asked, Steve asked me to make sure I clarified something, and I'm going to let you do that so I don't screw it up.